Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are LA.
There's a good shot of the Diamond Club here at the Big A. The Angels trying to right the ship. They've lost 4 consecutive games, and today it is the final game of the 3-game set against the Tampa Bay Rays. We are down in the Diamond Club trying to change the mojo. There's a shot from center field as we welcome you into the Big A. Back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor. Of course, he's Gooby. We're going to be eating throughout the broadcast. Why not? Mike Scioscia's changing the lineup up. After the game yesterday, we found out that the Angels were not going to take batting practice, and sure enough, they did not come out. They did not stretch. Nobody was playing catch. Nobody took batting practice, and even more so, the lineup completely different here tonight.
Well, you remember last time Mike Scioscia did that, Victor, it was up in Boston against John Lackey. They went out and scored 11 runs, but they have about 18 base hits during the course of that game. Sometimes it's better just to relax, clear your mind, go about the process of seeing the baseball and hitting the baseball, not worry about your mechanics, your technique. Just go out there and do your job like they did up there in Boston. Hopefully we'll have similar results here tonight.
Well, like last night, Dan Herron pitched terrific baseball. The offense couldn't get it going. Tonight, it's Jared Weaver looking to make it 2 in a row. So we're just about ready for baseball. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return.
Introducing the Hyundai Assurance Trade-In Value Guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. By CarMax, now more than ever the smart choice is CarMax. And by Shakey's. Win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com.
Well, the Angels trying to right the ship here this evening in the final game of the set against the Tampa Bay Rays. Send their ace to the mound, and that's all you can ask for is that you go out there and give a good pitching performance, and hopefully the offense ends up clicking for the Angels. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. They are 2.5 games back in the American League East. New York and Boston battling it out atop the division. They are 32-29, and pretty much the same lineup. Johnny Damon leading things off at DH. Ben Zobrist is at second. Matt Joyce in right field. B.J. Upton homered last night. He is in center. Casey Kochman, the former Halos, at first base. Justin Ruggiano's back in left field. Felipe Lopez over at third base. No Sean Rodriguez, no Evan Longoria. Longoria is still battling with that stomach virus that's going through the clubhouse. Kelly Shopik is doing the catching, so John Jaso gets the night off. And Reed Brignac will bat ninth and play shortstop. Taking on Jared Weaver, had a very good outing against the New York Yankees the last time out, looking for his 8th win tonight.
Well, his last 3 starts is 1-0, but he's only allowed 3 earned runs in 23 innings pitched. Been throwing the ball much better. Good command of his fastball. Talking to me the other day about fastball command, the important thing for him, and using that changeup to go along with his curveball and slider.
Giving the defense behind Jared just in a little bit. Johnny Damon, who will be playing Matt Damon's role in this game.
You're thinking about Goodwill Hunting,
yeah,
aren't you?
exactly.
There you go.
Will take a fastball up and away for ball 1. Damon, the DH, 3 for 5 night last night. He's got an 8-game hitting streak. He's now reached in 33 consecutive games as Jared falls behind at 2 balls and no strikes. Johnny with a couple of doubles, 1 triple. A 288 average, 7 bombs, 32 runs batted in. Done a nice job after a very slow start for Tampa Bay as their left fielder, DH. Of course, that was back when Manny Ramirez was still a member of the Tampa Bay Rays.
But that seemed like that was light years ago. Johnny does 5 for 30 in his career against Jared Weaver.
And Jared falls behind here, 3 balls and 1 strike. Jared with 92 and 2/3 innings, 64 hits allowed, 85 strikeouts, and a 2.14 earning. Damon flips one out toward shallow right field. Torrey comes charging in, makes the running catch, and there's out number 1. Take a look at our Home Depot doing more on defense. It's Wells in left. Borges, after day off yesterday, is in center. Torrey Hunter in right. Kayasco and his Sturist on the left side of the infield, so Eric Ibar gets the night off. Kendrick and Trumbull on the right side, and Jeff Mathis behind the plate.
Meister playing his familiar shortstop position. Has allowed made only 1 error so far this year. Very soft hands and able to turn double play very effectively. Jared more of a fly ball pitcher, but when he gets the ground ball, it's going to be off the end of the bat, and Meister comes in very well, and that ball slowly hit to him.
Switch hitting second baseman Ben Zobrist takes a slow breaking pitch in for his strike. Zobrist had a 1 for 5 game last night. His average at 256. 9 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Another off-speed pitch. It's quickly 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes on Zobrist. This is kind of our vantage point here tonight.
Well, you get a great view, especially with a left-handed batter. You see if Jared can fool the batter in that front hip, open it up quicker than it would be on, say, a fastball staying back with his hands.
Pretty obvious that's our vantage point, considering we were in the shot. Here's the 1-2. Pretty good pitch in at the knees. A fastball from Weaver. It's 2-2. Jared coming off a start against the Yankees in which he went 7 innings. Allowed just 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Zobrist swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 outs.
A great view right there to see how Zobrist was way out in front of that pitch. Jerry, you can see with his arm motion, it sells it so well. You think fastball, but there's no change in the arm angle or the way the arm goes through the proper slot to be able to make that breaking pitch work effectively.
So with 2 outs and nobody on, here's Matt Joyce, the right fielder. He was 0 for 4 last night. Dan Herron really kept Joyce off balance with the off-speed pitches.
Garrett's first pitch is the fastball. You see Scott Berry, the young one, calling the balls and strikes this evening. John Hirschbeck, the crew chief at first. Wally Bell at second. Laz Diaz over at third. It just missed inside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Speaking of Dan Herron, I mean, it's easy to say that it didn't have his best stuff, but you know what? You go 7 innings, give up 3 runs. You did your job, essentially, as Jumbo gets that one in foul territory, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Victor, I talked to him a little earlier today about his performance. And just as we said during the broadcast, as the game progressed, he felt much better. He was throwing 92, 93 in that 6th and 7th inning. He felt very comfortable later in the ball game as he got looser, and then look for him to go back to his old self from the very first pitch on, dealing.
1-2. Check swing foul into the seats. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Dan finished the game, as you pointed out, those last 3 innings, retiring the last 9 consecutive batters. 6 punch outs, 1 walk. Not bad for a guy who missed 7 days between starts, but due to that tweak in the back.
And a lot of times we mentioned it early in the game where you just feel too strong at times, so you overthrow the pitch. And even though the velocity wasn't there early on, it's because he was feeling too good and overthrowing the ball. Later on, he was able to stay back, his normal mechanics.
A nice job working out of that bases loaded situation in the 2nd inning. 2-2 from Weaver. Off speed, pulled foul. Just in front of George Hendrick. Throughout the ceremonial first pitch in last night's game, or before last night's game, John Candelaria, the Candyman, throwing out the ceremonial pitch prior to tonight's game. The Candyman will be joining us down here.
Candyman can.
There he is. It's 3 large individuals sitting in this Diamond Club box seat.
A lot of knowledge.
I may not be able to see you.
Candyman had that arm angle he threw at and threw across his body, hit the ball well. It was very difficult to pick up if you were a hitter. He was an excellent big game pitcher.
Kind of looks like Jim Fregosi now, doesn't he?
Distinguished.
2-2, rolled foul again. Again with the off-speed pitch. Matt Joyce quickly learning that big league pitchers will be adjusting to his swing. He's been getting a lot of fastballs, and rightfully so, considering that he really had not put it all together at the major league level up until this year. Got off to a fast start, has maintained the batting average. 10 home runs already this year, matching his season high last year. And again with the off-speed pitch, Jared Weaver picks up a couple of strikeouts. We're to the bottom of the first. Meister stirs. Torrey Hunter and Alberto Callasco with no score here at the Big A. Let's take a look at Mike Scioscia's revamped lineup for tonight. The Halos 3 games under 500. 4.5 back of the Texas Rangers. Had Meister Sturz leading things off at short. Torrey Hunter batting second, playing right field. It's Alberto Callasco at third base. Bobby Abreu serving as a DH, the cleanup hitter. Howie Kendrick playing second. Mark Trumbo, the proud owner of a 9-game hitting streak, a career best for him, is in that 6th spot. Vernon Wells in the 7 home, playing left field. Peter Borges playing center. Jeff Mathis batting 9th and doing the catching. Taking on the 29-year-old from Newhall, California, out of Hart High School by the name of James, they call him Big Game, Shields.
Well, Shields has a great assortment of out pitches, a fastball that spots it very well. 89 to 93, a very good curveball, slider, an above average changeup that he's not afraid to throw back to back against righties or lefties.
Meister Sturz had the night off last night, although he was called upon to pinch hit in that 7th inning. He ended up striking out against Shapey Howell. So 0-for-1 game. His average of 288, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. The fastball is up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shields is 1-1 pitch. It's pulled over to the right side. Zobrist can't get it. The Angels get their leadoff man on board. Via the single. Bring up Torrey Hunter. As we take a look at the defense for the Tampa Bay Rays tonight. It's Ruggiano in left, Upton in center, Joyce in right field, Lopez and Brignac on the left side of the infield, Zobrist and Kochman on the right, Kelly Shopik doing the catching.
Lopez playing third base tonight, has 2 errors at that position, has a strong throwing arm. They will be tested as far as coming in on the baseball. Look for the Angels to force the issue with them as far as coming up on the ball, whether it be a bunt or a chopper.
Torrey Hunter prior to tonight, 18 total games in the number 2 spot in the order. That's saying a lot considering how much time he's been in the big leagues. Quick throw to first, and Asturias has got him. Picked off at first base, a quick move by James Shields. And just like that, 1 away.
That's his 7th pickoff of the season, which is an enormous amount for a right-handed pitcher. Dick Bosman used to be the coach down in the Baltimore organization. He's taught him that move, that slow, deliberate, bringing the ball up to the chest, and then that quick footwork over the first base gets Meister Asturias.
Pretty close to the hand, getting in there ahead of the tag, but Casey Kochman very quick with the glove. Slapping the tag, no argument from anybody.
Look at 7 pickoffs already on the season. That's unbelievable for a right-handed pitcher.
It's left-handed, actually. Torrey chops one up the middle. Zobrist has got it to the backhand. Retires Torrey for out number 2. Zobrist shading Torrey up the middle. So 2 outs and nobody on for Alberto Callasco.
Zobrist got himself in position, not only the backhand, but good throwing position. Even though he's going away from that first base bag, he's able to get his footwork enough where he's able to get enough on the throw to get Torrey at first.
Alberto had an 0-for-4 game last night. His average dipping down below 300 now, 294. Promptly takes a fastball for a strike. 3 home runs, 28 runs batted in. We've seen Alberto pretty much in that number 5 spot in the order throughout the season. Lays off the off speed. The count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. First time this season that Callasco's batted in the 3 spot. He has been the cleanup hitter on 4 occasions. Lifts this one in the air to center. B.J. Upton is there. James Shields gave up the leadoff single, picks off his Asturias, and then retires the next 2 rather easily. One of the books here at the Big A. We have no score. At your local Mazda dealer. Top of the second here at the Big A. No score, and it's our pleasure to welcome in the Candy Man, John Candelaria, as we look like three guys getting ready to jump on a roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
I would enjoy that.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? As you pointed out, walking in here, the rose between the thorns. I mean, that's a good call.
Well, it's an obvious thing, isn't it?
Well, there's no doubt about that. I'm just glad you finally called us out.
See how special you are. I mean, we came down because you threw out the first pitch. We came right down behind home plate to be able to celebrate it with you tonight.
Yeah, someone has to pick on both of you, right?
Take a look at that ceremonial first pitch. Someone apparently was yelling at you to throw it from the mound, but you opted to go in front of the mound.
It was a lot easier.
It was, right?
Yeah.
How have you been?
I've been wonderful.
Yeah.
Everything has been great. My life's great. Just enjoying life.
That's great.
Any special memories coming back here and throwing a baseball on that mound when you come back? Think about all the fans giving you all that love when you came back.
It still hurts to throw the ball.
Cortisone shot now?
That memory came back real quick.
Do you love the fact coming to the ballpark and getting a chance to see guys that either you played with or have been around the game, and then still kind of baseball kind of lends itself to storytelling and guys getting back together in that clubhouse mentality? You're kind of sharing those thoughts once again.
It's a great feeling. Always love the game, always will love the game, and it's just beyond the field brings back, of course, great memories and fun, and this is what baseball should be for the guys playing today as well.
You know, a lot of great teammates over the time too, and a lot of success wherever you've been. So can you share obviously that World Series team with Pittsburgh? How much fun do you have there?
That was a crazy team. We did have a lot of fun, but we played ball and we policed each other. We understood each other. We didn't let anyone get away with some of the things I see today on TV, and it's a good thing. Baseball is changing, but some of the things I do not like. But and we didn't let people jog and point at other people and doing some of the things that go on today.
Yeah, you talk about team. I mean, everyone always talks about team chemistry. You guys seem like you had one of the most special teams, a team that all 25 of you guys played together for that one purpose, to win that World Championship. And you mentioned that right now. It's difficult at times to be able to get all 25 guys on that same page.
Well, they seem to take 25 different cabs and directions. On our off days, we on the road, we'd rent suites out and bring in some food and talk. And if people had things to say to each other, we'd set it in the rooms, and that was it. Everyone had their say, and after that, we just play cards or whatever else was going on.
Is it frustrating? As you pointed out, you watch it on TV. Is it frustrating for you still? Does it get your blood boiling a little bit? Some of the things that you have seen? Well,
I see a rookie come up, and God bless him, he's good enough to get to the big leagues, but he hits his first home run, and he's standing at the home plate watching it. Like, boy, kid, you're lucky I wasn't pitching. I'd be drilling you the next time up.
Kochman fouling this one back, and Mathis will run out of room.
I don't know if you got a chance to watch Jared Weaver a whole lot on TV, but he's a guy that, you know, for a right-handed pitcher, an unbelievable changeup. Both these pitchers tonight have great changeups on the right side. Usually you would see that from left-handed pitchers, but these two guys tonight, with their moves and their ability to be able to pitch and feel their position, pretty special guys.
Well, you got to be talented to be a pitcher to be out there in the first place, and if you can't throw different pitches, you know, you've been one yourself. You don't have a couple of pitches, they're going to sit on the one just waiting to hit it. So they adjust to you, you adjust to them, and keep on playing the game.
Are you a fan of the new ballparks nowadays? It seems like everything seems to be built as a bandbox. This, notwithstanding because of the remodeling that went on in this ballpark, but the newer ballparks seem to have the baseball flyings all over the place.
I love this. This is gorgeous. I haven't been out in California in many years, but I like this. But a lot of new parks are small. The Pittsburgh Park is beautiful. I go to Pittsburgh quite often. PNC Park is really nice. I haven't been to many of them. I mean, I follow the games every now and then. Don't watch all that much. I might catch a highlight here and there. But they do look nice.
Yeah, you
I wish I
mentioned
would
that.
have pitched in some of them.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Citizens Bank Park there in Philadelphia. It's a short ballpark right now, of course.
Houston.
In Houston, that left field seemed like it's a drop kick to hit the ball out of there. If you make a mistake there, you don't have to worry about backing up a base. You just know it's gone.
Well, that's why the 4 ERAs are good anymore.
That to me has got to be the most frustrating thing for veteran players, is seeing how the norm, or the standard, if you will, has gone up with the way the offensive numbers gone up. I mean, used to be if you were 2, 2.5, and under 3, you were an exceptional pitcher. Now, I mean, you're a freak if you are that good. Although things have calmed down a little bit this year, but the norm is 4.5 ERA. I mean, for Pete's sake, a quality start is 6 innings, 3 earned runs.
That's the one that gets me the most, the quality starts.
I was going to ask you about that, but that has to get you upset.
We can go for half an hour on that alone. It wouldn't be pretty.
Yeah, I mean, here you are, 6 innings, you're giving up 3 earned runs. That's an ERA at 4.5. Generally, that gets you sent down to AAA, maybe even double A.
Yeah.
And now it's a quality start, and you get a raise.
That's right.
Well, I'll leave the money thing alone. I mean, you remember as well when we were playing, and we had Marvin Miller and then Don Fear, and they always told us, you're doing it for the guy behind you. Well, we did it for them.
We did it, didn't we?
They don't even thank us.
No attaboy for you today.
Yeah.
Throwing out the ceremonial first
Yeah,
pitch.
he's out.
Upton picked off at second base. Second time this year in which Jared has picked off a guy at second base, the other coming in Minnesota.
A 4th pickoff of the season for Weaver. Shields, another right-hander, has 7 pickoffs. It's not, I mean, it's an unusual thing for that many pickoffs for right-handers, but great job, too, by the daylight play by Howie Kinder, get in behind. Bobby Gritch used to do that very well with the Angels and drop that knee at the base. You couldn't get back in there to be saved.
Yeah, he knew you pretty well. He was a great second baseman. Good hands, great hands. Bobby could play a little bit.
Jared falling behind here, 3 balls and a strike. Well, we're talking about blocking the bag at second base. How about talking about blocking the play and obviously the controversy, Buster Posey, and apparently they want to make some sort of regulations if it comes anything out. I mean, it's the game, isn't it?
And can't take the guy out at second base trying to break up the double play either. It was just sad, some of the things that were said. I mean, it's part of the game. Things happen. And unfortunately, Giants lost a good player.
Hey, John, we really appreciate it. Great seeing you, and
appreciate the
our
time.
best.
Appreciate the time. Thank you, gentlemen.
Head to the bottom of the second with no score. I see. Thank you. Score. Our thanks to John Candelaria for joining us down here. Diamond Club seats. Would have liked to have sat around for a half hour and get his explanation on a number of things.
The quality start, that would be a lot of fun to be able to hear that one.
Bobby Abreu to lead things off here against James Shields.
Hey, I didn't mind that towards the end of my career. I like that one.
Of course you would.
For me, a quality start was getting out.
You hated it for the first 10 years of your career.
Yeah,
and
then
you
all of a
embraced
sudden,
it.
I said, hey, it was really hard getting through 6.
Abreu with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Very similar inning in the top of the second to that of the Angels' bottom of the first. Leadoff single and a pickoff, and the next two guys retired. Bobby takes inside, 2-1. Abreu 2 for 4 yesterday, including a double, his 16th of the year. He's hitting .290. A couple of home runs, 25 runs batted. Bobby has some pretty good experience in the cleanup spot throughout his career. Throughout his career, 184 games, a .302 hitter, 21 home runs, and 121 runs batted.
It's always been a run producer, no matter where you put him in the lineup. Because when he's going well, he's a guy that's not going to swing at pitches out of the strike zone. He's going to center in, whether it's something off speed away to hit the left or a fastball in.
Lays off the high fastball. It's a leadoff walk. The Angels, for the second consecutive inning, have their leadoff man on board. Here comes Howie Kendrick. Howie picked up his first hit since coming off the disabled list on Saturday. Went 1 for 4 yesterday. It was a double, his 13th of the year. Hitting .304, 7 home runs, and 18 runs batted in.
Howie seems to have pretty good success against James Shields. What do you think? 11 for 18. That's a .611 batting average. That's seeing the ball pretty well, don't you think?
I mean, some would claim that to be ownership, almost pink slip material. Shields delivers a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Boy, this angle right here, you can see how quick that fastball gets in on a hitter. Shields letting that baseball go outside corner. Before you know it, the ball's there. That's why, as a hitter, it's so important to be able to have an idea, have a game plan going up there to be able to react and see the ball and hit it.
Breaking pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Shopik. Kendrick swinging at it. It snowballs 2 strikes. Bobby remaining over at first. James Shields coming off a loss. His last time out against the Seattle Mariners on June the 2nd. Gave up 7 earned runs, his worst outing of the season. 7 hits, 4 innings. Also his shortest outing. He was battling Felix Hernandez at safe goes. Howie shoots one down the right field line. Joyce giving chase. Not going to get it. It falls in there. Howie trying to go to second for a double, and he is in there. Nice job by Matt Joyce cutting that baseball off. Otherwise, the Angels are on the board. But here in the early going, have runners at second and third with nobody out. Mark Trumbo coming up.
And again, Howie's seen the ball well against James Shields. Hit that ball right down the right field line. Tried to jam with the fastball, but instead that ball ran over the middle of the plate. Matt Joyce did a tremendous job of cutting that ball off. That's a triple, at least, getting by there and roll around in that corner. A run would have scored. But now, 12 for 19 against James Shields, Howie Kendrick.
These are the circumstances that we've been talking about and harping about over the last 4 or 5 games for the Angels. Men in scoring position. Nobody out. Mark Trumbo at the plate. Breaking ball hammered down the line, but hooking foul. That ball was crushed. Right size, wrong shape.
The off-speed pitch turns on it.
.262 on the year, 11 home runs, 29 runs batted in. He's got a 9-game hitting streak. Infield is back. Bouncing the breaking pitch out in front of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, the patience as a hitter. Don't swing at a pitcher's pitch. If he throws a breaking ball, make it a bad one like he threw the first pitch off speed and he pulled it foul. But don't swing at anything out of the strike zone. Center yourself for a fastball that you can at the very least get the ball in the air or hit a ground ball to the middle infield to get that run across.
One. This one fouled back. It's 1-2. Hey, today's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. Not only we thank you, but we welcome you to our broadcast. Hope it's a good one, especially for the Angels. 1-2. Trumbo goes down swinging, 1 out. First strikeout of the game for James Shields.
Shields will utilize that changeup as a strikeout pitch. Can change speeds off the changeup, which makes it very difficult for a hitter to time it.
Here's Vernon Wells, had his first game off the disabled list last night. He ended up going 0 for 3, hitting 179. 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. And Ray, who had a leadoff walk, stands at third. Howie Kendrick with a double is over at second. Fooled him on the first pitch curveball. It's no balls and a strike.
And Vernon generally going to be a fastball swinger at the first pitch. All speed pitch out of the strike zone. Again, we talked about not going after that pitch. Look for the fastball.
Zober shading Wells toward the middle. He's trying to keep Howie close to the bag at second. No balls, 2 strikes. Runners in scoring position on the season, a 228 average, a 163 average on this homestand.
The Major League average with runners in scoring position about 251 this year, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that could be the difference between a run and a half a game by just getting that key hit with a guy in scoring position.
Takes inside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Got a piece of it. Keeps his at bat alive. Nice little catch by Peter Borges in the on-deck circle. Had a day off yesterday. He's rested.
Yeah, he's rested. He can make any play.
Cat-like reflexes.
Well, you know, on the offensive side, you talk about a key point in the game against a very good pitcher like James Shields. You have to capitalize. You have to get a run across or 2 here in this spot. Can't let him get relaxed.
Breaking pitch. Did he go? He went around. Scott Berry, the home plate umpire, rings him up. Doesn't bother to get any help from John Hirschbeck at first. So back-to-back strikeouts for James Shields, and it's going to be up to Borges here.
Boy, pretty close from that angle. Snapped off a breaking pitch.
Best angle of the 3. It's pretty close.
Certainly you're going to have to get some kind of help down to first base on that one.
Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Peter hitting 241. 3 home runs, takes a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Fastball just missed outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
More than likely, you would think with back-to-back fastballs, that one being about a baseball or 2 off the outside corner, he's setting Peter Borges up for a breaking pitch on that same plane on the outside corner.
Here's the 1-2. One with a changeup. Shields with a couple of strikeouts after putting runners at second and third via the walk and a double. 2-2 on its way. Got him with a high fastball, and Shields just struck out the next 3 guys, and that has been the case for the Angels here of late. 2 in the books. No score. seats, and of course, one of the perks of sitting down in the Diamond Clubs, we get to feed Gooby this entire
perfect.
ball game. I mean, last time you polished that off, what, like in like a batter?
Well, you know, you don't want to waste time because you have the game going on. You don't want to miss a pitch. You want to try to eat as quick as possible.
It's always a good
team guy.
Yeah, that's how you roll. Top of the third, and Jared Weaver delivers a strike on a breaking pitch to Felipe Lopez. Bottom third of the order due up here. Lopez, Shopik, and Brignac. It's Jared who has a couple of strikeouts. This one sharply hit on one bounce to Meister's first. Lopez is retired for the first shot. Fans, follow the Angels at foxsportswest.com/Angels. Log on and catch Joe McDonald's take on whether Bartolo Colon surgery could become the new Tommy John surgery. Be sure to vote on the Angels poll question. Tonight, we ask your help in picking a future location for the Angels broadcast. The Rocks, which are out in center field behind home plate, which we kind of are right now. The right field patio. That would be too bad. Or stay in the booth, which is my ultimate favorite. Who's hanging out in the booth? Ground ball to Shopik. From Shopik to Kayaspo, and there are 2 outs. Not only can you catch Joe McDonald's columns, you can catch Bill Engvall's columns. Bill, obviously one of the greatest writers in Southern California, especially when it comes to Angels baseball. He's sitting right next to us.
And he's good with the English language. He works at the Lingo show too, so he knows the words.
I mean, Bill's on his iPhone right now typing up his next blog post, I believe. There's Bill.
He's right there. See him right down right now. See? He's getting all the inside information. We're giving him little tidbits here and there.
Reed Brignac takes a strike from Jared. Brignac went 0 for 4 yesterday. Hitting 180 on the season. 8 runs batted in. Jared very economical. Faced a minimum 3 the first 2 innings. Helped out by that pickoff at second base and B.J. Upton. Slow curveball hit in the air toward right field corner. Torrey Hunter giving chase. Still going back, and that is gone. On a 1-1 pitch, hanging breaking pitch, Reed Brignac picks up his first home run of the season. It's 1-0 Rays.
Well, that baseball just kept carrying and carrying. The all-speed pitch was up. Brignac, just his second extra base hit of the season. Now they're setting up away, but that ball was around belt high in the middle part of the plate, and he turns on it. It's about 332 feet.
Johnny Damon takes a breaking pitch upstairs. Waving at the off-speed pitch, 1-1. Damon hit a fly ball to right field to start the ball game, so he's 0 for 1.
Well, this area right here, you can see how Jared hides the baseball so well. His landing area is just compared to where James Shields lands. It's amazing the difference. And so far, he hides the ball thrown across his body as a hitter, whether even right-handed or left-handed batter. You don't see that baseball to the very end. Thrown across his body, very deceptive.
This one by Weaver. Over to Howie. Damon is safe at first. Trumbo was pulled off the bag. Mark tried to keep that back foot on the base as long as possible. But because of the throw pulling him off, Damon's able to reach. You know what? As we watch that replay, it wasn't that bad of a throw.
It's almost as if he anticipated Damon coming down at the same time the ball going into Trumbo's glove, pulled that foot off.
Zobers takes a strike, no determination as to whether or not that's a hit and error. Now they're giving it an error. We imagine it'd be the error on Howie. And if it is, it would be his second. So 1 pitch. Zobrist takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zobrist a strikeout victim in the first. 1 of 2 for Weaver. Damon takes off. The pitch is a strike. The throw down from Mathis is in time. Got him for the third out of the inning. 6th base runner that Mathis has thrown out this year, but the Rays take the lead on Reed Brignac's first home run of the season. Tampa Bay, Reed Brignac with his first home run of the year on Jared Weaver. It's the 5th one that Weave has allowed this year. Just as surprised as everyone else. Jeff Mathis fouls one off his left foot. Snowballs and a strike. The Angels sending up 9-1 and 2 here in the 3rd inning. Mathis is Steris and Hunter, but you go back to that 2nd inning here. Yellows 0 for 3 already with men in scoring position. 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Very similar to that situation last night with the man at 3rd and nobody out. In the 7th inning, and instead of taking a lead, the Angels get nothing out of it and now are behind 1-0.
Well, we even talked about that on the pregame show, in the opening last night. Just the ability to make a pitcher come into your spot where you can hit the ball hard and get the run across. Don't swing at a pitch out of the strike zone. Don't chase a pitcher's pitch there, because then all of a sudden the confidence comes up there for a pitcher.
There's no question the confidence has been there, whether it's a guy like David Price on Monday or a veteran guy like James Shields. But when you've got the presence of mind for a young man making his 3rd major league start last night, and Alex Cobb, who never looked distraught on the mound with a man at 3rd and nobody out, even though he came out of the game, that tells you that pitchers right now, the way the Angels offense is going, that they're full of confidence. No worries. Even with the guy bases loaded and nobody out, no worries. They're going to throw their pitch knowing that the Angels right now are expanding their own strike zone.
And they're going to take that shot. That first pitch is going to be something out of the strike zone, whether it's going to be a changeup or a curveball out of the strike zone. And if you, in your approach as a hitter, is to go after that pitch, all of a sudden as a pitcher, your eyes open up, you realize you got him exactly where you want, then you could expand the zone and get it out easily. But if you take that pitch, all of a sudden you force that fastball in there, then you have a chance.
Well, Shields gets ahead here. No balls and 2 strikes, and all of a sudden looking very settled on the mound. First pitch strikes to 9 of the first 10 batters. Izzy had a base hit in the first inning, but it was picked off. That's 5 consecutive strikeouts for James Shields, and all of a sudden he's got that change piece working as well. So not only does he have the fastball and the curveball, but the straight changeup seems to be working fantastically for him.
In the vantage point we are right here, you can see how it seems like it's going to be a fastball, but then he throws the circle change with it, takes the speed off with the grip itself, but it's the arm angle and arm speed a hitter reads fastball. Instead, it's about 8 or 9 miles an hour differential between that fastball and changeup, and you're out in front and you swing and miss.
Torrey swings and hits one high and deep toward left field. Ruggiano pulls up, and it's a one-hopper off the fence. Torrey on his way to second. A 2-out double, his 10th double of the season. He's coming off a 2-hit game last night. Great swing right there. Just unfortunately unable to get enough lift to get it out of here.
Well, the fastball, didn't get exactly where he wanted that pitch. Tried to start off the outside corner, then catch the corner, instead got the middle of the plate, and Torrey jumped all over that when one hops the wall in left field. Again, another runner in scoring position.
Pass, takes inside for ball one. Alberto hit a fly ball to center field in the first inning. 0 for 1 against Shields. Double by Torrey, snapping the string of 5 consecutive strikeouts for Shields. It's 2-0. Shields at the start of the day, 3rd in the American League in strikeouts. Felix Hernandez, the leader at 97. Jared Weaver second at 85. He now has 87. 2-0. A fly ball to shallow left center. Here's B.J. Upton. The Angels leave another man in scoring position. 3 in the books. Rays on top, 1-0. Of 1-0. Jared Weaver with a couple of strikeouts, no walks. 2 hits allowed, including a home run, as we take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
A little heavy metal here. Some Iron Maiden. Aces high. Jared Weaver needs to pitch one of his spectacular games so far. Has been throwing very well. This one hanging breaking ball to Reed Brignac. Probably going to be the only one he's going to be able to have to allow to be able to pull off this victory against James Shields, who's gotten locked in since coming up there with 2nd and 3rd and no outs and punching out the side there in the 2nd inning.
Facing 2, 3, and 4 as Ben Zobrist takes a strike. Zobrist was at the plate when Johnny Damon was thrown out trying to steal. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Zobrist a strikeout victim in the first. Well, Weave's certainly locked in as far as location with all of his pitches so far tonight. Good zip on the fastball, good break on his curveball. Really haven't seen a whole lot of the straight changeup as of yet, although Matt Joyce has seen A lot of the off-speed stuff.
Here comes one right now.
Fouled straight back, and the count remains at 1-2.
And the big thing for Jared, his last 2 games, he told me before that last start out, fastball command, so important for him. When he has the fastball going and putting it where he wants to, all the other secondary pitches become that much more comfortable for him and able to throw strikes anywhere in the strike zone.
Up and in with that fastball, 2-2. The Rays with a run on 2 hits. They haven't stranded anybody. The Angels, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and they've left 3 on base. This one hard hit past Howie Kendrick. Ben Zobrist is on board with a leadoff single. Time now for our AT&T trivia question. Tonight we ask, who are the last 3 left-handed batters in the Major League Baseball record books to record 3,000 hits? Last 3 left-handed batters.
Palmeiro's got to be one. Rafael Palmeiro, one of them.
Wade Boggs.
Tony Gwynn. At least I didn't give up a hit to him.
To Tony Gwynn?
Yeah.
He's played in the other league.
I know. Exactly. Otherwise, I would have probably helped him out too. Get there a little quicker. Be a man of the people.
Oh, man. Matt Joyce 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. Takes a fastball for a strike. It's quickly 0-2. Johnny Damon at over 2,600 hits. How's my dude looking?
Looks great.
Thanks, man. You too, man.
Appreciate it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Mentioned the 10 home runs that Joyce has this year, matching what he did last year at 77 games. 34 runs batted in. Second in the American League in batting behind Jose Bautista, the Toronto Blue Jays. Nice job by Mathis. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bautista right now leads the American League in batting average, home runs. Is 9th in runs batted in. Adrian Gonzalez, the Red Sox at the start of the day, had 51.
I think you could make a case that he's made that adjustment now to the American League.
No
hitting
doubt.
off that green monster. Early on, he didn't hit that green monster first few weeks of the season. Didn't quite get that swing together we saw all those years at Petco Park as far as going the other way.
He certainly has helped Boston climb out of it. Boston winning tonight, second straight night against the Yankees, 11-6. Boston sits atop the American League East now, 35-26 record. Swing and a miss, and the off-speed pitch. Down goes Joyce for the second time tonight, and the 4th time in this series. Hey fans, Kaiser Permanente Family Sundays at Angel Stadium are the perfect way to spend time with your family on the weekend. Free activities for kids include a variety of games and arts and crafts. The next Family Sunday game takes place this coming Sunday, 12:35 start against the Kansas City Royals. To purchase your tickets today, visit angels.com. Halos have an off day tomorrow. Royals stroll into town for the first of 3 beginning on Friday. And a long road trip for the Angels. 9 games, 10 days. The Four Corners trip. Southern California to Seattle. Seattle to New York. New York to Florida. And Florida back to Southern California.
Played the Dodgers, technically a road game also. Road series.
Foul tipped.
Boy, that fastball just got right on top of DJ Upton after a changeup at 79 and 91 mile an hour fastball. Extremely late on that. Generally, if you go back-to-back fastballs located there, you might have a good chance of hitting that baseball, but because of the differential in the speeds, unable to catch up to that cheese.
Upton had a base hit in the second, and it was picked off at second base. But he's 1 for 1. Zobrist still over at first. Leadoff single for him.
Zobrist with 6 stolen bases on the season. Certainly a threat to go. Boy, that hard tag by Trumbo almost knocked his hand off the base. It was pretty close.
It's going to be tended to here. Joe Maddon's going to come out.
That quick tag, and that hard tag around the elbow area, but it knocked his hands off. He hit that funny bone in the elbow.
Zobrist takes off the 1-2. It's a called strike 3. The throw down, not in time. Upton goes down looking for the second out. And Zobrist picks up his 7th stolen base.
A great view of this fastball. Right on the outside corner. Good transfer, quick transfer for Jeff Mathis, unable to get that tag though at second base.
B.J. Upton apparently didn't like the call. I mean, clearly a pretty good strike.
No, we talked about that last night. He gets himself in a position where he thinks along with the pitcher where he's going to throw the ball, but that was a fastball right there on the corner.
Kochman lifting one in the air to shallow right center field. Peter Borges dives and makes the catch. Peter making a spectacular play. It looked like he lost the baseball and even stumbled a little bit. But it keeps it a 1-0 deficit as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Out of shallow right center field. Kochman kind of just flipping that ball out there. Able to make that catch.
Boy, after initially losing that baseball, made up that ground with that great speed that he has. Dives and makes a great catch. Just as the ball is about ready to hit the outfield grass, he's able to make the catch.
So 1-0 Rays lead, courtesy of Reed Brignac's first Jack of the year. That came in the 3rd, and the Halos here in the 4th inning have the same guys that led things off in the 2nd. Bobby Abreu, Howie Kendrick, and Mark Trumbo. Bobby takes a strike. Bobby worked a walk, the only free pass that James Shields has allowed in this game. Go along with 5 strikeouts and 3 hits allowed. 1 single and 2 extra base hits, 2 doubles. Bobby slicing the foul. It's 0-2.
And the thing to remember about James Shields, he's a guy that's always around the plate. There's a lot of strikes, but also gives up a lot of home runs. He's allowed 12 home runs this season. Already 6 from lefties and 6 from righties.
Second start for Shields against the Angels. The other coming back on April the 30th. Got a no decision. Allowed 1 earned run in 8 innings, giving up 6 hits. The pitch outside. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, he's been a machine as far as 0-2 counts. His 5th one already in the game here in the 4th inning. We talked about he throws a lot of strikes. So as a hitter, you have to be comfortable looking at over the plate. And that's why he's given up some home runs.
Bobby goes down swinging on the off-speed pitch, and there's the first out of the inning. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question, talking about left-handed batters who have accomplished 3,000 hits. The last 3 guys. The answers: Boggs, Gwynn, Palmeiro. Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, probably not a Hall of Famer.
Probably not.
Ground ball to short. Brignac is there. Howie Kendrick is retired for the second out.
3,000 hits and 500 home runs also for Palmeiro.
But he got by with a little help from his friends, apparently. Allegedly. Mark Trumbo steps to the plate here with 2 outs, nobody on. Trumbo, a strikeout victim in the second. The Angels leaving the runners at second and third. So fastball down low. Looks like Shields stumbled just a little bit after the delivery.
Well, it's certainly his landing area, because Jarrett's landing area on the mound is completely different. More straightforward with his mechanics. James Shields, Jarrett throws across his body.
A good angle for us to see Shields and how, kind of like Jarrett and Dan Aaron, leverage their height, but coming down the hill, throwing what they say downhill. Shields certainly has done that. He's missed down. That pitch a little bit high, the breaking pitch. And it's 3 balls and no strikes.
And you think right here for Mark Trumbo, have Mike Soch has the confidence in him to go after a fastball 3-0. We'll probably go after that pitch, get the green light if it's a fastball.
Got the fastball, grounds it to short. Brignac will throw him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 4 in the books. Halos down 1-0.
Performance, the defense so far very solid for the Halos. Jared Weaver with his 4th kickoff of the season, second at second base. And Jeff Mathis with the quick catch and throw gets Johnny Damon at second base, and of course Peter Borges against Casey Kochman from sliding into the outfield grass makes that run-saving catch.
Justin Ruggiano swinging through a fastball to open up the 5th inning with the Rays up by the score of 1-0. Ruggiano got to start Monday night center field for B.J. Upton, who was sick. Last 2 games out in left, so no Sam Fuld, who's been scuffling of late. Fastball paints the outside corner, 0-2. Ruggiano, Lopez, and Shopik here for Jared. 65 total pitches thrown by Weave. Check swing. They want some help, but John Hirschbeck says he did not go. 1-2. Jared with 4 strikeouts. No walks. 3 hits allowed.
Go Angels! Oh, Jesus, so weird. It's on TV.
Ruggiano rolling it foul up the first base line. Count remains 2-2. Other scores around the American League. Minnesota beat Cleveland 3-2, so the Twins continue to scuffle. Baltimore beat Oakland. That losing streak now is what, 8 games, 9 games for Oakland?
I think it's 9 games now.
9 games. Full count now here on Ruggiano.
Boy, Jared had him set up too for that breaking pitch, but just overthrew that one way off the outside corner. But the fastball away, changeup away. Now all of a sudden a breaking ball, but it was too far away.
Here's a 3-2. Breaking pitch, got him looking on the outside corner. Down goes Ruggiano. And there is the first out. Fans groups of 25 or more can enjoy exciting Angels baseball for as low as $6 per seat. Make your plans to be part of the 50th anniversary celebration and book your group outing today by calling 888-796-HALO by visiting angels.com/groups. 5 strikeouts now for Jared.
Faced 17 batters so far in the game. 13 first pitch strikes for Weave.
That straight change piece there. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Felipe Lopez, who grounded out to Meister Asturis at short. 0 for 1. Lopez, a switch hitter. Filling in for Evan Longoria at third base. The Angels have not faced Evan Longoria in any game this year. He's on the disabled list with an oblique strain. The Angels made 2 visits down to St. Petersburg in April. And he's been sick here in Southern California with that stomach virus. This one is right to Peter Gorge in center for out number 2.
And that's not a bad thing. Anytime
No.
you can avoid him, but he did take batting practice today, so he may be available late in the ball game to pinch hit for Joe Madden.
The Halos winning 4 of the first 5 down in St. Pete, but Tampa coming here, winning the first 2 games. David Price picking up the victory Monday night. A 5-1 defeat. And then yesterday was Alex Cobb, the youngster, picking up his first major league victory. The Rays winning that one 4-1. Kelly Shopik lining a 1-hopper over to Alberto Teoscar for the 2nd straight time. It's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning with Tampa still up 1-0. Bottom of the 5th inning. Great pitcher's battle between James Shields and Jared Weaver, but right now Rays have a 1-0 lead. James Shields has retired the last 4 in a row. He'll face Wells, Borges, and Mathis here in the bottom of the 5th. Vernon a strikeout victim, as were Trumbo and Borges. Runners at second and third in the second inning. So he's 0 for 1. Shields has only thrown 51 pitches, 33 have been strikes. Breaking pitch missed inside. And it is a 2-ball, no strike count.
One thing about James Shields, it's not automatic he's going to throw a 2-0 fastball. He's comfortable with his changeup. He's comfortable going inside with a fastball.
Fastball rolled foul. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Shields coming off a season which was somewhat disappointing, kind of odd for him. He's 13 and 15 last year with a 5.18 ERA, originally a 16th round pick by the Rays. Vernon takes a change piece down and in. It's 3-1. That was back in 2000 out of Hart High School. He's had great numbers against the Angels in his career, this being his 11th start. 5-3, a 2.93 ERA prior to tonight. 3-1 pitch. Vernon takes below the knees, and that's a leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Shields.
Good view from where this pitch is at. Right at the bottom of the strike zone. Good view right there. You can see Fox tracks picking that pitch as it goes through the strike zone, not where the catcher catches the ball, where it crosses the front of the plate.
Vernon doesn't walk that often. It's just the 8th walk for him this season. Borges steps in now. Lopez playing in at third. Borges pops it up foul. And toward the on-deck circle. It's no balls and a strike. Peter 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Quick throw over. Vernon easily back. Remember that pickoff back at the first inning. Meiser stirs, leadoff man. Both guys with 1 pickoff tonight. Borges dropping a bunt on the left side. A little miscommunication between both guys. That's an infield base hit. Kind of surprised Lopez kind of stopped going after that baseball. Granted, it was not the very best bunt in the world near the mound, but as a third baseman, you got to keep charging. Forget about the guy at third base. You got to take the out at first.
We said that when we circled him as far as our defensive guy for the Rays, as far as not a lot of success there necessarily at the third base position, forced him to come in, especially when you got Shields falling to first base as a right-handed pitcher. That whole side of the infield is wide open. He's got to come in there aggressively. Now more likely you're going to have another bunt. Time to try to advance the base runners, a second and third with 1 out. Jeff Mathis is going to be asked to advance the base runners.
That was a high breaking ball that Borges bunted. 1 for 2 with another bunt single. Mathis showing bunt, pops it up. Shields will make the catch, 1 out. The thing about that pitch right there is that it's not automatic. It's not a hit and run situation where you are forced to bunt it. It's a ball. You don't have to bunt the ball.
Well, it's not a suicide squeeze. It is a pitch where you want to be able to get down. If it's elevated, that's the pitch you're going to pop up. You got to let that one go.
So 1 out, runner still at first and second. Meiser Stir is at the plate. Getting underneath that breaking pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. That bunt single, by the way, by Borges, 8th on the year. Major league leader. The 1-0. Meiser fouling it back.
You can see right here for James Shields, we got a good view from our third base angle as far as why he's so successful with the pickoffs. He learned this from Dick Bosman, where he goes in that slow motion and then able to go through as far as either whether he's going to first base or towards home. But that slow, deliberate delivery, like Mike Mussina, Dennis Martinez, they all learned that in that Orioles system. And he learned this from him before a couple of years ago to be able to be more effective as far as negating the running game. That slow pause going up into the stretch position, so effective for him.
Wells at second, Borges at first. Meiser lifting one into shallow left center field. Long run in for Upton, and nobody's going to get this one. Advancing to third as well, he'll stop right there. B.J. Upton got a bad read on that ball. He plays a shallow center field to begin with. But kind of like Peter Borges had to dive for that one ball out in right center field. A little bit of a hesitation here, and that's what cost him. That
See,
first
going
step
back, went back.
Yep.
He read the big swing from Meister Sturth, went back, then had to be forced in. And Brainiac had to go back on that ball. The ball falls in there easily.
But the other thing, too, from Upton's point of view, kind of jogged in after that baseball.
He has Vernon at third base if he comes in on that ball once it hits the ground.
Instead of trying to field it with the bare hand, come up with it with the glove, and you get a force down at third base. As it is, bases are loaded. One out here. Jim Hickey out to talk things over. Make sure that Shields doesn't get out of whack here. But Torrey Hunter's going to come up here with the bases loaded. An opportunity to put the Angels on the board.
And I've talked to Joe Madden a number of times about James Shields. He loves his competitiveness, but at times in these type of situations where he should have been out of the inning already, that bunt should have been an out, that pop-up should have been an out. Instead, he's got a bases loaded one out jam. He tends to overthrow the fastball in these scenarios, and that's why Hickey ran out there to say, hey, just make your same pitch. Now, on the other side, Torrey Hunter's got to be thinking, I'm not swinging anything that's breaking or off speed, especially if it's away. Look fastball here. Center into an area where you can hit the ball hard.
Torrey grounds one to short. Brainiac feeds over for one to relay in time. An inning-ending double play. Torrey first pitch swinging ends the inning. 5 in the books. Rays still up 1-0.
Coors Light sixth inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light Freeze Cam. Two aces of the staffs. Different delivery points. Jerry Weaver, you can see how he steps across his body. That great deception. James Shields, the follow through over the front leg. But when the baseball is delivered, as you see here, guys, following through, similar release points, and that's why they're effective. Both with good deception, both with outstanding balance. And that was a Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Now James Shields worked out of it again. Torrey Hunter rolling into the 17th double play that he's rolled into this year. That ties him for the Major League lead with Albert Pujols, rounded into a double play today.
Boy, just like we just said, don't swing at something all speed away because you're doing a pitcher a favor by doing so. If you're forcing it with 2 strikes, you have to do it. The first pitch, you got to center in on a fastball.
9-1-2 due up for the Rays here. Brignac, Damon, and Zobrist. Brignac 1 for 1. And a 1-1 hanging breaking pitch. He hit over the fence in right field. His first home run of the season. Falls behind here. No balls, 2 strikes. The Angels 1 for 7 with men in scoring position, and that one was that bloop single by Meiser Sturis that allowed Vernon Wells to get to third base.
Now, there's an advantage that you have to take of. I mean, they gave you basically 2 base runners, and of course the walk was a third, so there was 3 base runners that shouldn't have been on base. You have to come through. And Mike Scioscia giving the hitters the day off, just clear their mind, go out there with a fresh approach. You can't squeeze that bat so hard that it doesn't let your wrists go through on your swings or try to do too much as far as your ability to be able to put the ball in play and swing at something out of the strike zone.
Especially from Torrey's point of view, who hit a double the previous at-bat. Good pitch to handle. Brignac pops this one up to left. Vernon a couple of steps to his right. That'll catch is the first out. With some more food coming in here. Gooby might as well just keep eating, man. You did a heck of a job on those nachos. What do we got here? Oh, hey, that's Gooby's favorite. The big hot dog. Crush it, big boy.
Oh, that is excellent right there. That's very good for you also.
Absolutely. Perhaps it'll get some runs to come across at some point as Damon waves.
Yeah, good chance of that.
With some runs?
Yes.
One way or another.
Yeah, you got to score somehow.
We're going to get runs. Johnny Damon with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Damon's 0 for 2. Fouling this one back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fly ball to right field. And reached on the error by Howie Kendrick, but then was thrown out by Mathis to end the third. Popped him up. Howie Kendrick on the dirt. Calls off Trumbo. 2 outs. And one of the most affordable ways to see the Halos play is with the JetBlue Friends and Family Pack. This deal includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs. We don't need any more hot dogs. 4 sodas for only $44. Next Friends and Family Fun Pack games this Friday and Sunday against the Kansas City Royals. To purchase your tickets, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com/funpack.
No more hot dogs needed, huh?
None. It's good for a family of 4.
Oh, yes. For $44.
Zobrist 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Also picked up his 7th stolen base. Hits one in the air to center. Playable for Borges. Jared Weaver has himself a 1, 2, 3, 6th inning. We hit to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rays still on top 1-0. Baseball is brought to you by AT&T. By your Southern California Ford dealer. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. Bottom of the sixth inning, Rays up by the score of 1-0. A home run by Reed Brignac in the third inning. The only scoring in this game. The Angels have stranded 5 base runners so far. Roberto Teoscar leads things off, takes a strike from James Shields. Shields with 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits allowed.
Boy, both these pitchers don't waste any time grabbing the baseball, getting on that pitching rubber, and attacking the strike zone.
Alberto twice has hit a fly ball to center field. Boy, the chef here is big time. Get one of those chef hats next time.
Yeah, that'd be good. A rally chef hat.
Alberto goes down swinging for the first out. So Bobby comes to the plate now. He has walked and struck out. Mentioning those scores early on, the Texas Rangers got one against the Tigers after dropping the first 2 on Monday and Tuesday, but they've won tonight 7-3. They also dismissed their hitting coach, Thad Bosley.
Former teammate of mine in Kansas City. He's done a good job with them.
Great guy. Apparently there was some communication issues with some of the guys in the clubhouse. Texas hasn't scuffled offensively. I mean, they've had some stretches in which the 2 key players, Hamilton and Cruz, were out of the lineup, but
they were still able to win without them in the lineup. And Thad Bosley, I thought, was doing a very good job for him as far as the hitting coach.
Scott Coolbaugh was down in their minor league system. He got brought up, and he's going to be the hitting coach for Texas. Seattle scored 3 runs in the 10th inning, beat the White Sox 7-4.
The White Sox have been playing some pretty good ball of late, getting closer and closer to that 500 mark.
Bobby takes inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Kansas City dropped it to Toronto 9-8.
9 runs. Bautista had another home run today. I'm sure. 9 runs.
I'm sure. Just making that assumption. Pretty good assumption, though. Bobby takes outside. It's 3-1.
Well, if you're a youngster right now watching this game today, you're seeing 2 pitchers have that amazing ability to be able to throw change-ups and all-speed pitches. This is something you should learn if you're a youngster.
Bobby hits one in the air toward deep right center field. Going back on it is B.J. Upton, still drifting back in front of the Tile Cruz sign. Will make the catch. 2 outs.
And get back to that feel for these 2 pitches as far as the changeup. For me, that's the pitch you learn as a young pitcher at any level is the changeup. The fastball you're going to have, but the command of the fastball, then work that changeup in. It's the timing off of the hitter so well. And then you can mix in your curveball or slider. But for me, fastball, changeup, the 2 most important pitches for youngsters to learn.
Howie Kendrick takes up and away for ball 1. No, Jose Bautista did not homer. Jason Nix hit a 3-run home run, and Adam Lynn got a home run.
Wow. They can hit. Toronto can score some runs.
Evens count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Howie shooting one toward the alley in right center field. Upton got a good jump on it. We'll track it down. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Shields. 6 in the books. 1-0 Rays.
Jerry Weaver back on the hill has been throwing the ball exceptionally well. It is 86 pitches thrown so far. Both these pitches around the strike zone. Shields with 2 walks, but Jerry with 0, 5 punch outs. The only mistake, that hanging breaking ball to Brignac. He hit it out to right field about 332 feet. Another great changeup. Matt Joyce, he's done a good job as far as using that changeup to him, keeping him out in front, then he elevates the fastball. Head of the count once again, Jared is. Boy, then pounded that fastball right back in. 0-2 count once again.
I told you you're going to do some play-by-play, try to mix it up a little bit. Nicely done.
Well, when you have Jared Weaver on the hill, it makes it easy. Change up away, fastball in.
He's gotten Joyce twice via the strikeout.
Well, and this is never a bad thing, because the hitter up there, you think, okay, he's throwing changeup. Then all of a sudden, he's shaking off a pitch. Then you don't know what he's going to throw. He's going to go fastball, that no-seam fastball inside.
Jared with 5 strikeouts. No walks allowed, giving up 3 hits. Good home run and a couple of singles.
Upstairs with the fastball, try to get him to swing and miss, but a good idea. Changing the eye level, now you can go down and away on the changeup here.
Reaching for that one. Fly ball to shallow right field. Torrey's coming in, can't get it. It falls in for a base hit. And so the Rays get their leadoff man on board. Sundays on Fox Sports West, join Tom Brokaw for Boys in the Hall. The personal stories of some of baseball's greatest legends. This week it's Frank Robinson. Boys in the Hall, Sundays, presented by Subway, where winners eat.
There's no question about that.
Here's B.J. Upton. Nobody on him at first.
Well, what a shame. That was a great pitch, too, by Weaver. Changeup. Joyce way out in front, just like he was there on that changeup. You got it. When he hits the ball on the ground, you get a double play. He's hit into 4 double plays so far this year.
Upton 1 for 2 with a base hit in the second. Struck out looking in the fourth.
It's a pretty good sized lead for Matt Joyce. 4 stolen bases on the season. Has not been caught yet.
These two teams are tied for 4th in the American League in stolen bases, 54. That was coming into this game. This one's fouled back. And it's 0-2. Different vantage point here. We actually have to watch the foul balls going back over our heads. Because you know Norm Peters isn't going to do anything about it.
No, we're going to have to protect him, I think.
Norman Peters, the world's greatest statistician. He's been around forever. 0-2. Upstairs, throw down to first, and they almost got him. Looked like Trumbo kind of got blocked by the bag as he was trying to apply the tag on Joyce.
Yeah, he tried to sweep tag right back. He hit the base before he was able to apply the tag on Joyce. Exactly that. The advantage point of having these seats down here, you can see it at field level.
Two balls, 2 strikes now.
The last time I painted a fastball on the outside corner against B.J. Upton to get him looking for a called 3rd strike. Goes that breaker ball in that same plane. Has that shot at it again.
Jared's thrown 95 pitches so far. Off speed in the air toward left center field. Vernon is there. Run away. Joyce heads back over to first. Brings up Casey Kochman.
Joe Matt has put the hit and run on a number of times with Kochman at the plate. Base runner on. Makes some pretty good contact. see some action going now for the Rays.
Kochman 0 for 2. He's grounded to second, hit a fly ball to center. Off-speed pitch. Popped him up. 2 outs. That's how good the off-speed pitch has been tonight for Weaver, whether it's been that slow curveball or that straight changeup. First pitch strikes, too, has been a huge factor for him.
20 first pitch strikes out of 24 batters faced. And when you get a left-handed batter hit a pop-up like that to shortstop, that tells you how good the action is on that changeup, too. Selling fastball, hitter thinks fastball, but the change in speeds, he gets him way out in front. That ball's off the end of the bat. With no carry whatsoever.
Ruggiano shooting one to deep right field. Torrey going back, still going back, pulls up to a plate off the wall. Joyce is going to be waved around. Here comes a relay home from Howie. It's on the first base side of the bag. And it's an RBI double for Ruggiano. It's 2-0 Tampa Bay.
Off-speed pitch, this time was up in the strike zone. Corey, just that stumble. And Howie, unable to make that throw, has a chance to get him at home plate if he throws it towards the third base side of the plate. Instead, overthrew that, pulled through the throw. Unable to get him at home.
More than a chance. If that throw is on the plate, Ruggiano's out.
Everything about that play was not done well. Again, we talked about the little things need to be done. When you're not scoring runs or having a tough time getting those key hits, the mistakes in the field hurt you.
Quick visit to the mound by Mike Butcher. Ruggiano picks up his first double of the year. His 7th RBI. He's at second for Felipe Lopez. Lopez is 0 for 2. A ground ball to short and a fly ball to center field. Jared getting ready to throw his 100th pitch of the night. This one down the left field line. Vernon got a good jump on it. He'll track it down, but the Rays get a run on 2 hits. Leave a man on. 7th inning stretch time. 2-0 Rays.
All-Star pitched 8 seasons as a Halo, winning 5 straight Gold Gloves in the 90s, thanks in large part to one of the best pickoff moves in the game.
I would do hours and hours in front of a mirror seeing if I could pick up any difference between when I went to home plate and when I went to first base.
Anybody who saw Mark Langston pitch
would understand how good he was.
The bottom of the 7th inning, the Angels down by the score of 2-0. James Shields and Jared Weaver both have thrown the baseball well, but the Angels just have not been able to capitalize when they've had men in scoring position. That has been the case for a little while now. It's Bill Engvall, the world famous blogger at foxsports.com/Angels. And how about this? We get some chocolate cake for you.
There you go. You bring food, treats. If you could just bring us some wins, that'd be.
Well, we brought you over here for the purpose of bringing in some runs right now. We know you're the key.
You know,
you're the good luck charm.
I've been, we're regular season ticket holders. And by the way, you guys are, I hope from now on we'll sit right here and broadcast from here, because ever since you've been here, no one's done the wave, and there hadn't been a beach ball here, so I'm very happy.
That's what we've been looking forward to the entire night. Trying to mix it up.
I just, I like this guy. Trumbo I love. I'm like every other Angel fan. I'm just frustrated. And I'm sure they are too. These kids want to win, but it's just, you got bases loaded. How many times we have bases loaded and there's a double play? There's we had a guy the other night on third, no outs, couldn't get him in. I don't wish I had the answer. I'd surely mail it in, but. It's fun. The blog is going fun. We're having a good time with it. I'm going to write my next one. I think is going to call "Whatever Happened to Small Ball," because I have a belief that I think that, and I don't blame ESPN for this, but I think everybody wants to be on the highlight reel, and unfortunately, singles and doubles don't get you a highlight reel.
Another strikeout there for James Shields. Trumbo goes down swinging. That'll bring up Vernon Wells.
Especially with the evolution of the game again, more so you sit back away for a 3-run home run. That's not the case anymore, so you have to manufacture a run. But when you're asked to get that bunt down, you have to get it done. You got to steal. You got to hit and run. You got to create opportunities, because it's been far and few between, particularly for the Angels this year, or at least over this stretch, as far as executing, getting the job done.
I agree. I think that the bunt is almost become a lost art in the game of baseball. There was a great documentary. I don't know, Victor, you saw the called "When It Was a Game" on HBO, and there was a great poem in there about a guy that said, "I missed the small ball hitter, the guy that would slap a single to the left or a triple to right." And, that's how you score runs. Just get guys on base, and we don't. When I played Little League, my coach never came up to me and said, "Engvall, we need a home run." It was just give me a single, or lay a bunt down, and let's move them over, and it'll work if they'll do it.
Vernon lining with a terrific diving play by Reed Brignac is short for out number 2.
And I think that's right there is a prime example. You can't take anything away from the Rays. They're just playing good ball. I mean, defensively, they made some amazing plays.
And they've executed on the offensive side. A lot of hit and runs, and they've been successful getting that ball down. And Brignac makes that outstanding play. Vernon Wells squares up the baseball, yet he's in position because he's on his toes. You got a pitcher like James Shields throwing a lot of strikes, a lot of first pitch strikes himself, and he's in position to make the play.
Well, I don't know. When you guys played, I don't know if you guys probably know the phrase. It just seems like there's PBJ.
Inside the bag, heading toward the corner. Gorgeous on his way to second.
The fastest white man on earth. Right there.
2-out double.
Does his feet even touch the ground?
Commentary provided by Bill Engvall.
It's one of those things. I'm sure, as I was saying, when you guys were playing, we just got a bad case of the atoms. I mean, it's like everything we hit's right at them. It's like we're not getting those bloops and the drops and the.
But right there, that was a great transfer of the weight for Peter Borges. Didn't get out in front, got a fastball, and bam, right through that swing, hits that ball down the third base line. Again, that's what you have to do. You have to put yourself in position to get a fastball. You mentioned atom balls. Sometimes you can hit at a fielder, but that's why they're there. Right. But if you could square up the baseball, more than not, you're going to be successful as far as getting a base hit and executing and scoring runs.
Right.
We're going to get a pinch hitter here for Jeff Mathis. Hank Conger will step to the plate here to face James Shields. With 2 outs and a man in scoring position.
I mean, you guys know better this than I do. I mean, when you go through a slump like this, as a team, do you find that people are pressing too hard and just not letting the game come to them? They're trying to. See, no, there's nobody takes the first pitch anymore.
Well, you swing at something down to the strike zone, you're squeezing the bat so hard right now, it doesn't let you go through because the mindset is, I'm going after this first pitch, thinking it's going to be a fastball, but pitchers like James Shields or it's scouting around the league, why would you throw a first pitch fastball if you're going to swing at it?
Lays off that one. He was to count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Still the greatest sport on earth.
Oh, no doubt.
No question.
I mean,
as frustrating as it can be at times,
listen,
no doubt about it.
Listen, the Angels have become my Dallas Cowboys. You know, I watch them, they lose. I keep watching. I'm a big fan. I love the team. I love the whole staff, that's Soch and Butch and all these guys. You know, I know they're just as frustrated as the fans are.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
I like Joe Madden's comment though during the Angel talk, that Angel warm-up. He was saying that, you know, that they like to score early so that they can then settle into their game. And I think that's what the Angels need to do. We need to start getting, you know, I remember in 2002 when we won the World Series, I remember a game being here before the World Series, the first 3 bunters batted, and then Vlad came up, and there was your grand slam, and you're up 4-0, or you hit a single, you're up 2-0. Poor Jared, this guy, he just can't buy a break. I mean, he's throwing a gem. I mean, he's got, a one-run game, and it just, I'm sure he's like going, what do I got to do?
And that's been the case, you know, for the better part of the 2+ months this ball club, is the fact that starting pitching has been there. And Dan Herron obviously could attest to having very little run support throughout his entire career, let alone with the Angels. But the Angels were in April. They were playing that old Angel style of baseball, that first to third.
Right.
Haven't had it quite happen yet. This one off the mound, and Brignac has got it. The Angels leave another man in scoring position. We'd like you to stick around for another half inning. We're going to put you to work. We're going to have you do some reads and everything.
Okay, you got it.
All right?
You got it.
2-0 Rays.
You guys are leaving.
Job by both starting pitchers, but Jared Weaver giving up that home run, and then of course a double to Justin Ruggiano to make it 2-0 Rays. The Angels 160 average with men in scoring position on this homestand. They've scored a total of 2 runs this series. Job of the 8th inning, Kelly Shopik, Reed Brignac, Johnny Damon against Jared Weaver. Bill Engvall kind enough to hang out.
Did you guys ever grow a beard when you were playing?
A beard? No,
it
not a beard.
Like it'd be really uncomfortable.
Did you see Dave Martinez?
Yeah.
Are you going to try that one of these days?
No.
Hey, you got to help us score some runs
maybe
here.
Maybe I'll go with the soul patch. That'll be my slump buster. I'll go with a little.
You know, this team hasn't played quite up to his capabilities since Gooby shaved off his.
I was wondering. I saw that, and hey, fans! Next week, the next Wells Fargo Big Bang Friday is this Friday when the Angels take on the Kansas City Royals at 7:05. So come on out, enjoy a spectacular post-game fireworks show. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com.
Well, you sold me.
Well, you know I love fireworks, too. That was a great job.
Yeah.
I love fireworks. Easily entertained.
I'm a big commercial reader.
Yeah. So can you? Your next blog post, could it be about Gooby and how he's ruined his chances for the franchise this year?
Don't be mad at the Angels. Be mad at Gooby.
Yeah, that'll work out real well. I really appreciate that.
See, here it goes. We got the wave starting.
Oh, there you go. You came over here. You're on TV.
Oh my gosh,
big TV guy that you are.
You know, I'd say thank you for bringing that up. I was very happy. Just started hosting a new game show, Lingo, that premiered on Monday and had the biggest premiere in game show history. Very excited about that. Then just finished a 3-episode arc of Hawthorne, where I played an internal affairs cop. So I'm having a blast. You know, my life couldn't get any better. I get to do what I want to do. I'm a big fan of playing the evil guy now.
My daughter loves you for that show, by the way, Ashley.
I talked to her today. Yes, it was very sweet. And I don't know if Gooby coached her, but I said, "What are you doing tonight?" And she goes, "Waiting for Lingo to come on." I go, "Okay, there's a check in your mailbox right there." Yeah.
He was on the phone with her for like a half hour.
Say
Ingval's his name. Ingval.
Bill. Just call him Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill. Call him Mr. Bill. Like I'm your maid. Mr. Bill, can you vacuum? No.
Full count now. What is the premise behind Lingo?
Lingo basically is a game show. It's a cross between bingo and Scrabble.
Okay.
So basically, you try to guess 5-letter words, and then at the end, you have a chance to win $100,000.
Nice.
Which, it's a lot of fun, and it's amazing what people will say under pressure. There's times they go, "You know, you're on TV, right? And you can't say that."
You putting up your own money for the prize?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're a charitable man.
Victor, that's the way the Ingval family rolls. You know, if we could just give, we really want nothing back at all. You know, just.
Oh man.
I mean, Goob has always helped that whole family out.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Brainiac got the shallow center field.
I love
with
this
another
kid.
diving catch. That is out number 2.
That time came sliding hard on his knee. Good read on that one. That's a lot of risk involved in this play here for Peter Borges, but that great first step, diving in and makes the play. Looks it right into his glove. Outstanding. 2 plays already in the game for Peter Borges. One going to his left and that one going to his right.
See, I could never make that play because I'd be running like, "Oh, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt."
And then think if that ball gets by you, it's a triple or a home run.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
No wonder the coach never asked you to hit a home run.
That's
Little
right.
League.
Oh, yeah.
We're still looking up your numbers.
The only time I ever got in the game was when there's no way we could win or lose. You know?
Off day?
Yeah. I'd be good with the Angels right now. I'd be playing every day. But I tell you right now, if the good Lord above came to me right now and said, "I'll give you 2 more years at the level of what you're doing, or 1 year playing Major League ball," I would put the uniform on without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's just the one regret I have in my life, is that I didn't pursue baseball further than high school. I'm left-handed, so I was a good first baseman. They tried to pitch me, but I just couldn't hit the long ball. So they, and that was right as the time. I think they had just moved from the leather bats.
Leaving the gloves out there in the field in between innings. That's perfect.
Was Norm Peters your manager? The statistician? Because Norm's been around since like the turn of the century.
Yeah, he played ball with Wrigley, I believe. This team just needs something to spark or something, because it's like we just seem to catch every team on their hot streak. Like Cleveland comes in hot, and then they leave us and lose 9 games in a row. So it's like, I don't know.
2-out walk to Damon, puts a man on here. Jared at 114 pitches, just trying to get through this 8th inning and keep it a 2-0 deficit. Ben Zobrist will step up now. It's the first walk issued by Weave in this game.
And Johnny Damon with 7 stolen bases, been caught now twice on the season. And Joe Madden, very aggressive, similar to what he saw all those years as the bench coach for the Angels, is trying to take that extra base, put the defense in an uncomfortable position.
Throw down to second, sails into center field. An ill-advised throw by Hank Tigers. Damon was going to get to second base.
As our buddy would say in Major League, just a bit outside.
A wild pitch and an error on Hank.
What do you think Weaver's temperature is right about now?
Well, it's tough. But you know the thing that you got to love about Weave, it doesn't seem to affect him. He gets that much more competitive.
Yeah, I love the way Weaver throws the ball.
And the way he competes is fantastic.
I'm going to get to do something that's kind of cool. July 3rd, Clyde Wright is throwing out the pitch.
Oh, that's right. He was telling us.
And he asked me to catch it for him.
On the anniversary, it's July 3rd, the anniversary of his no-hitter.
Yeah. So he tells me he said he's going to throw a heater, and I said, Clyde, the only heater you have is the one you put on your back when you go to bed. So, you know.
No pressure, because that now is an ESPN game.
That is an ESPN game,
yeah.
And I'm just hoping his walker doesn't trip when he walks up to the mound. But, you know.
That would really crush it. It's one way to celebrate the anniversary of his no-hitter.
You better frame that pitch well.
Oh, I'm good. I'm going to frame it. Don't you worry. I love Clyde. Clyde's going to become like an adopted family member. You know, when I went to fantasy camp with him and Fergosi, I just sat there and listened to those stories.
Oh.
It was a classic.
In the dirt. Full count now.
No, Gooby didn't ask me to catch his pitch on Saturday.
No.
A little upset about that, but apparently, you know, I guess all the little comments about the goatee, are coming back.
He blew me off too.
Who's catching your pitch?
Who are you guys? When did you guys get here?
These seats are taken, by the way.
This one hit high and deep to right. Torrey is back. Leaps up, can't get it. It's off the top of the fence. Damon will score. Zobrist is on his way to third. 3-0 Rays. Ben Zobrist with his third triple of the season. Probably going to be it for Jared Weaver.
Gooby, let me ask you, when you pitch, how frustrating is this? When you're throwing a good game and just you can't get the runs coming.
The bottom line is you got to think your job is to try to keep the game as close as possible, compete, get innings, strikeouts, and do the best you can. There's nothing you can do as far as the run support and plays not being made. But Jared is a guy that's, like I said, is as competitive as any pitcher I've ever seen in Major League Baseball.
Bill, we appreciate it, man. Thank
you, guys. It's always a treat.
3-0 Rays. Jared Weaver, another terrific outing.
Appreciate it.
Angels Baseball is brought to you by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on. By El Pollo Loco. Now for only $5 at El Pollo Loco, get one of our 5 tasty combos. They are the combos other combos wish they could be. Catch them before they are gone. And by Time Warner Cable.
Halos down 3-0. Scott Downs comes into the ballgame with 2 outs here and a man at third trying to get Matt Joyce. 3 runs allowed by Weaver. He's responsible for Zobrist at third base. Joyce takes a fastball inside. 5 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Well, what a great job that Jared did tonight. He threw the ball exceptionally well.
Joyce gets jammed and bounced it foul off his foot. And the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt Joyce tonight 1 for 3, had a single with a run scored in the 7th. The Rays with that home run by Brignac in the 3rd. The 2-out RBI double by Ruggiano that scored Joyce in the 7th, and now the 2-out triple that scored Johnny Damon here in the 8th. There's the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner. Got him swinging. A 1-2 pitch down and in. Ties up Joyce. The Rays get a run. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Halos down 3-0. Angels Baseball is brought to you by Chase. Deposit checks from your smartphone with Quick Deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. It's now a 3-0 deficit for the Halos here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1, 2, and 3. Due up is Sturis, Hunter, and Kayaspa against James Shields. 8 strikeouts for Shields, 2 walks, 6 hits allowed. Meister Sturis, 2 for 3, a couple of singles, strikeout. He's got the only base hit. The man in scoring position, but that was that flare hit that kind of had everybody in the bases kind of stopped to make sure nobody caught it. Ended up loading the bases before Torrey Hunter grounded into an inning-ending double play on a first pitch in the 5th. Now what hits is Sturis. The Angels get their leadoff man on board. Just the 89th pitch thrown by Shields. Hey folks, Saturday pop sensation Taio Cruz will kick off the post-game summer concert series presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com/concert. Here's Torrey, 1 for 3, had a double back in the 3rd inning. Fastball strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, when you look at Shields, not overpowering with the fastball, 89 to 91 range, spots it very well, but changes speed off that fastball on that plane.
Quick throw over there. Asteris is back.
The way he dips into that stretch position. Sometimes could freeze a base runner, think he's going home, slow. Comes up, then he has his quick footwork to go to first base.
Breaking pitch, and that is rolled foul on the first base side. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 down in the dirt. Nice dig by Shopping. The Rays playing no doubles alignment in the infield. John Rodriguez, a new third baseman, guarding the line. Kochman holding his Sturris over at first. Two balls, 2 strikes. The time here basically behind home plate in the Diamond Club seats.
You get a great view of the delivery, and of course the batter up there, the time to be able to react, whether it's the fastball or changeup or curveball. So give you a good view how quick it is to be able to react as a hitter to a pitch made by a good pitcher like Shields.
Inside, full count. Callaspo's on deck. Bobby Abreu to follow. Sturris over at first base after getting hit by a pitch to lead off this inning. Rays have action in their bullpen. 3-2, grounded toward the middle. That's a base hit into center field. The Angels with 2 men on, nobody out. And Alberto coming up. Torrey, his second consecutive multi-hit game. He's over at first. The Sturris over at second. Here's Callaspo.
Shields has been giving Callaspo a steady diet of changeups and slow curveballs. Callaspo just has to stay back long enough to be able to hit that ball well.
The Rays have a left-hander and a right-hander up, loosening in their pen. Cesar Ramos, the lefty. Joel Peralta, the right-hander. Breaking pitch down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Alberto tonight is 0 for 3. A couple of fly balls to center field. The strikeout his last time up. As the Rays 10. Peralta pitched last night. The 1-0. Off speed, chopper foul off the plate.
Again, off speed, and he's out in front, Callaspo. He's got to stay back. He's trying to tell himself to do so. To keep the hands back through the zone. Keep the hips in there long enough so you're not out in front.
Outfield shallow for the Rays with Callaspo at the plate. Lets that one go, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Well, this becomes a big pitch now for Shields. If he doesn't throw this in the strike zone, all of a sudden 3-1 count. 2 guys on base already with no outs. You're forced into a fastball then the next pitch.
Got the fastball there. Evens the count at 2-2, and Kochman's going to come in and have a word with Shields quickly.
Next pitch for James Shields, pitch number 100. guessing he's going to throw something off speed, whether it's a changeup or the slow curveball.
Two. Outside, full count. Well, the Angels just looking for that one big at-bat to try to get this team back on track. Situational hitting has been extremely anemic on this homestand. It's been a struggle throughout the season, but really spotlighted this homestand. That pitch is inside, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. The Abreu coming up, and you figure Joe Maddon's going to bring Cesar Ramos into the game. James Shields' night appears to be done. His second walk of the game. He departs with property all over the place. Cesar Ramos being called upon here. The Angels with the bases loaded. Nobody out in the eighth inning. Down 3-0. And a very tough left-hander in Ramos coming into the ballgame. Rays still on top, 3-0. Seven innings plus 3 batters, 8 strikeouts and 2 walks, but he departs with guys all over the bases. Meisler Spears at third, Torrey Hunter at second, Alberto Callasco over at first base.
Shields
2 walks, 3 walks, pardon me.
Cesar Ramos, the guy that's been very effective. Teams are only batting at 197 against him. Again, make him throw strikes, 9 walks. And it was 18 2/3.
Might be a one-batter scenario, too, with Peralta ready to go and Howie Kendrick on deck. Bobby Abreu with a walk, a strikeout, a fly ball to center, 0 for 2 night. First pitch. Breaking pitch, down and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
So all of a sudden now you have the advantage as a hitter. That first pitch, you try to throw a breaking pitch, take that breaking pitch like Bobby was able to do. Now you're forcing to a fastball. You don't want to fall behind 2-0. If you're a pitcher on the hill going against a very good quality hitter in Bobby Abreu.
1-0 from Ramos. Bobby hits one in the air toward right center field. Joyce is not going to get this one all the way to the wall. This should clear the bases. Abreu with its second with a 3 RBI double. This game tied at 3.
Just like that, you fight yourself into a fastball count. They try to sneak a fastball inside against Bobby, and he turns on it. Again, the veteran does not swing at that first pitch breaker ball. Gets a fastball, the damage is done with 1 swing.
That one swing, that's what we've been waiting for. That's what Angel fans have been waiting for, to get this team going. And keep in mind, the Angels, a major league low 167 batting average with the bases loaded this year. And Bobby Abreu, with nobody out here in the eighth, down 3-0, delivers with a bases clearing double. Ramos is done. This game tied at 3. Pinning Bobby Abreu, bases clearing double. A good look at it. Cesar Ramos, the lefty, brought in to face Abreu and fell behind at 1 ball, no strikes. Bobby ends up picking up his 17th double of the year, now with 28 runs batted in. He represents the go-ahead run as Joel Peralta comes into the game to face Howie Kendrick.
That's a veteran run producer with a plan at the plate. Lays off that breaking pitch off the outside corner. Centers in on the fastball in the inner half and drives it. Now, Peralta's in the game, a guy that has a pretty good fastball, but at times straightens that fastball up. 88 to 91, curve, slider, and split finger fastball.
Howie Kendrick tonight, 1 for 3, had a double in the second. He's grounded out, hit a fly ball to center. Swinging through the fastball, Peralta staying away from Howie, which is kind of right in his wheelhouse, but Howie perhaps expanding his strike zone just a tad and snowballs at a strike.
Because you want to hit a ball in that part of the field anyhow, and the pitcher's doing a favor for you by staying on the outside corner. You can easily hit the ball to the right side and advance Bobby Abreu into third base with 1 out.
Ruggiano shallow in left, Upton always shallow in center, and Joyce back in right. Rodriguez playing near the cut of the grass at third. 0-1. Now he bounces one toward short. Bobby's coming to third. Brignac thought about it, and Howie almost legs it out. Well, nice job by Howie Kendrick. Not slowing down and taking it for granted. Abreu advances to third base, and there's 1 out.
Well, that would have been interesting if he threw that ball to third base. I think the path wasn't clear enough for Brignac to make the throw to third base. A slow enough hit. And he took his time, and boy, he just barely got Howie by less than a half a step.
Very close play of the infield in for the Rays now. Here's Mark Trumbo. Trumbo 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out against James Shields. He gets charged, Shields does, with all 3 runs and all earned.
Patience right here for Trumbo. Don't chase.
Breaking pitch, fouled back. And that was a hanging breaking pitch.
And that's the one thing about Peralta. He's always had that pitch throughout his career where he hangs that slider. Most times doesn't get fortunate enough it's not hit out of the ballpark as far as a home run. Gets underneath that more, but we talk about that cement mixer slider that's up in the strike zone.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. He chases that one. Mark expanding his zone once again. It's no balls, 3 strikes.
Again, you talk about the patience at the plate. You're in position, especially with the infield in. Better opportunity to get a base hit. Your batting average increases with the infield in, because if you square up the baseball, it's going to be by the infielder. Keep in mind, Mark Trumbo is a guy that puts a lot of fight in that batter's box. Look for him to put the ball in play here.
Oh, 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to get him to chase that split finger fastball there.
Quick conversation with Shopik and Peralta. Now Brignac comes in just to clean his spikes.
While you're in the infield grass with the infield in.
Looking forward to that traction at short. A 1 ball, 2 strike count with 1 out here in the 8th. Abreu over at 3rd. High fastball's popped up on the infield. Brignac is underneath it, makes the catch. 2 outs. So it's up to Vernon Wells. Vernon has struck out, walked, and lined out. 0 for 2 night.
Look at this call here, Victor. Peralta likes to throw that first pitch breaking pitch. Having to pitch in the dirt for a while when he's got 2 wild pitches already in the season. Overthrow, especially because you know Vernon Wells is a first pitch fastball hitter. More likely will be a breaking ball.
Sean Rodriguez guarding the line at 3rd, but deep at 3rd base. Brignac playing Wells to pull. Zobrist toward the middle. Breaking pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Kosman, the first baseman, off the line. There's Bobby over at 3rd base, advancing on the ground out by Kendrick, but it was Abreu's double that tied things up here in the 8th inning. Peralta, as we pointed out, pitched last night, went 1 inning, had 2 strikeouts, facing the minimum 3. The 1-0 on the outside corner, took something off. 1-1.
Split finger fastball. Peralta's in no hurry to throw the pitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, Peralta's from the Rafael Betancourt, Joaquin Benoit school of hold the baseball. One. Swinging through the fastball, 1-2. Jordan Walden loosening in the pen for the Halos. Tie game, figure you'd see him in the top of the 9th inning. The Rays have 4, 5, and 6 due up. Upton, Kochman, and Ruggiano. Evan Longoria is on the bench. Apparently available to pinch hit. And the 1-2. About that.
Would have stayed alive on that pitch. The school got in front, was able to fight that one off.
Pretty good numbers in his career against Peralta. He's always susceptible to overthrowing that split finger pitch as well. Shopik's done a nice job tonight behind the dish. Vernon backing out. Peralta with the sign is ready. A 1-2 count with 2 outs. High fastball. Shopping going with that Mel Ott stance behind the plate. Down even to 2 and
making sure that pitch was elevated. No doubt about that one.
By Shavik, that'll end the inning, but the Angels tie things up. Leave the potential go-ahead runner at third. We head to the ninth. A 3-3 tie.
Reed Brignac all the way back in the 3rd inning. Gets a hanging breaking pitch to Jer Weaver just over that right field wall at about 332 feet. Brignac gets a silent treatment. This is 2nd extra base hit of the season, 1st home run of the year.
This game tied at 3, top of the 9th inning. Jordan Walden comes into the game. He takes over for Scott Downs, who faced one batter in the 8th inning and struck out Matt Joyce. Waldo pitching in his 28th game, 0-1 record of 3.08 ERA. 28 strikeouts, 13 walks. He'll be facing Upton, Kochman, Ruggiano, the scheduled 3 guys. Jordan with 13 saves on the season. 22 hits allowed in his 26 1/3 innings. Opponents hitting just .224 against him. Upton 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 2nd. Struck out looking in the 4th. Hit a fly ball to left in the 7th. Both starters out of the game with no decisions. James Shields, 7 innings plus 3 batters, 7 hits, 3 runs. First pitch breaking ball is in the dirt. Jared Weaver, 7 2/3, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 runs, all 3 earned on 6 hits, including that Brignac home run. Both guys threw the ball exceptionally well. Fastball striking at the knees. It's 1-1. Juan Cruz loosening now. Two balls and a strike.
Again, staying within your mechanics. If you're Jordan Walden, your fastball's firm enough. There's no question about that. Don't pull off that pitch. Last 2 pitches at 98 miles an hour.
Painting the outside corner, 2-2.
That's an unhittable pitch. Just a view you get in how quick that fastball at 98, especially at the knees on the outside corner.
Still a 2-ball, 2-strike count. The 2-2. Breaking pitch. Got him looking up to knew it. There's out number 1.
When you're a hitter, you're trying to catch up to 98, 99, and then all of a sudden drop a slider. Boy, late break to that pitch, too. Right on the outside corner. Fantastic spot.
Casey Kotchman is 0 for 3 with a ground ball to second, a fly to center to pop him. Slightly tardy on that fastball. It's 0-1. The Rays with 3 runs, 6 hits. They've left 3 men on base. The Angels, 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 7 men left on base. No balls, 2 strikes. The Rays 1 for 4 with men in scoring position. The Angels 2 for 12. So again, I guess it bears repeating because that's what we've done on a nightly basis here of late. They've had their chances. And early. Kotchman jammed on that fastball. Bounces one to Asturias. Round number 2.
And again, when you look at the approach that Bobby Abreu took with the bases loaded, that's the approach the younger hitters in this lineup for the Angels have to take. Don't have the approach of just swinging at that first pitch and be out of the strike zone. Let that pitch go and then force the fastball in like Bobby did, and that's how you're able to hit the ball hard.
Ruggiano steps up now with 2 outs and nobody on. Fouling one straight. And there's a good thing that was there.
I'm very happy.
That was decapitation mode.
It's like being at the old hockey rinks before they put the net around behind the goal. I think was flying in here.
0-2. The Angels in the bottom of the 9th inning have Borges, Conger, Asturias, 8, 9, and 1. Evan Longoria stretching it out in case Ruggiano gets on base. John Rodriguez is on deck. Breaking pitch bounced in front of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks like Juan Cruz will be coming on in the bottom of the 9th. Peralta going 1 inning with a strikeout. Ramos went 1 batter. Gave up 1 hit, but no runs charged to him. All 3 getting charged as shields. You see Farnsworth just playing catch and case. Ground ball over to short. Asturias with the skimmer, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jordan Walden. We head to the bottom of the 9th. The Halos have 8, 9, and 1 coming up in a 3-3 tie. At 3-1, Cruz comes on for the Rays, and he'll be facing, as we pointed out a couple of times, Peter Borges, Hank Conger, Meiser Izturis. Juan now pitching in his 25th game, 2-0 record at 3.80 earned run average. 21 in the third innings, just 13 hits allowed, 18 strikeouts, but 17 walks.
17 walks, a big issue right now for him. And again, it comes down to don't swing and pitches out of the strike zone. Fastball, very good, above average fastball, 91 to 95, above average curveball, and a good changeup also.
No changes defensively for the Rays. As Cruz concludes his warm-up tosses, he'll become the fourth pitcher in this game. Shields, Ramos, Peralta, and now the right-hander. Peter Borges, 2 for 3. Strikeout victim in the second. Had a bunt single. That came in the 5th inning. Doubled and was stranded in the 7th. Double his 9th. The bunt single his 8th. Rodriguez playing in and guarding the line at third base. Kochman on the grass at first. First pitch. It's in there for a strike at 86 miles an hour. Get it over fastball.
I don't think you want to do that in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's when you make a mistake and get hurt on it. That's more like his normal fastball at 94. But a changeup, which is an odd pitch to throw. First pitch coming in out of the bullpen.
Oh, 2 count here on Borges.
Go fastball away.
That's up and in. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Russell Branyan is available on the bench. But once you get through Conger, doubt you're going to pinch hit a left-hander. You're back into the top of the order. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Cruz just 32 years of age. Been with the Cubs, the Braves, the Athletics, the Diamondbacks, the Royals. Now with the Tampa Bay Rays. Delivers a 2-2. Borges hits out to deep left field, but Luciano was playing back there to make the catch. And there's out number 1.
Just off the end of the bat. Hit well. Didn't quite square that one up.
So with 1 out, nobody on, here's Hank Conger. Hank came on as a pinch hitter in the 7th and grounded out with Borges at second base. Taking a hack on that first pitch fastball, and it's 0-1, certainly with the ability to hit one out of the ballpark at any given point.
Like that approach, jump on that fastball.
Hank with 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in. This being his 35th game, 113 total at bats.
Took off the fastball, change up to come to the curveball.
Cruz getting ahead of hitters. Got ahead 0-2 on Peter Borges. Ahead on Hank at no balls, 2 strikes. The Angels trying to avoid the prospects of extra innings. 12 times this year they've played free baseball, as they call it. 4 and 8. extra frames this season. Trying to salvage the final game of this 3-game set, dropping the first two, 4-1 and 5-1. The Angels with an off day tomorrow. They host the Royals on Friday. The Rays traveling cross country. They're going to Baltimore. They have an off day tomorrow. Take on the Orioles beginning on Friday. Breaking pitch, missed down the way. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
They get missed by a lot. Try to throw a changeup there. 1-2 changeup down.
Two balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the 9th. Down chasing the off-speed pitch. 2 outs.
Shopper went through a number of pitches to get to that changeup before Cruz was comfortable throwing that pitch. Boy, they had good action on it also.
So Astura steps to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Meiser, a couple of hits. 2 for 3 overall. Was hit by a pitch leading off that 8th inning. That's how things started for the Angels. Fouls went off to the left, and it's no balls and a strike. The Angels then getting the base hit from Torrey Hunter. Callaspo drew a walk to load the bases. Ramos was summoned from the pen, gave up the bases clearing double to Bobby Abreu to tie the game up at 3. No question, Scott Berry appreciates that one. The home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Overthrow the fastball and hit him with the pitch.
And again, Cruz ahead of the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Angels have Fernando Rodney loosening of the pen. Cruz wants a new baseball. Jordan Wallet, a terrific top of the 9th inning. A strikeout, a couple of ground outs. And really, with the way the starting pitching has gone for the most part, guys working deeper into games. Some bullpen arms out there that haven't pitched in a couple of days. Fresh.
Especially mix in the off day tomorrow. Get a chance to get some work in. See if he goes the same pattern twice now. Off speed pitches, 2-2 counts. Shook him off to the changeup again.
This one lined to second. It's a 1-2-3. 9th inning for the Angels. We head into extra innings for the 13th time. We're tied at 3. Gignac got a 1-1 breaking pitch, gets his first home run of the season, made it 1-0 at that point. James Shields was making it hold up. Eventually had a 3-0 lead up until Bobby Abreu cleared the bases in the 8th. And that tied the game at 3 apiece. And that's where we stand right now as we start the top of the 10th inning. Fernando Rodney comes into the ballgame. He takes over for Jordan Walden. Numbers for Fernando this year: 2-2, a 3.86 ERA, pitching in his 26th game. He's got 3 saves. And he'll be facing John Jaso, who is pinch hitting for Sean Rodriguez here to start the 10th. Jaso on the year, a .234 average, 3 home runs, 14 runs batted in. And promptly asked for time as Rodney was coming set. Jason takes a strike. Evan Longoria will be pinch hitting for Kelly Shopik. Jaso will remain in the game behind the plate. Evan will take over at third. Fernando Rodney hasn't pitched since Memorial Day against the Royals. Ended up picking up his 3rd save that day. Going 1 inning, striking out 2 batters. Looked extremely sharp. Been a while for him. Put those numbers on the board. 2-1 pitches in there, going with the changeup, 2-2.
Well, he has that ability to be able to throw that changeup for a strike. So went with that 2-1 pitch. Great action on that all-speed one. Took off slider, fastball to go to the changeup.
This is down low. It's a full count. A 3-2 count here on John Jaso, pinch hitting. Check swing, did he go? No, says Laz Diaz, and it's a leadoff walk. This base runner for the Rays is that triple by Zobrist in the 8th. So Longoria will come up. First appearance for Evan Longoria against the Angels this season. This is the first 2 games, plus this one, because of a stomach virus that's been lingering in that Rays clubhouse. Has not started since Saturday in Seattle. Had some tightness on his left side. He came out of there. Served as a pinch hitter in Sunday's game. Longoria looks at a fastball for a strike. Longoria 246 on the year, playing in his 34th game. 9 doubles, no triples, 4 home runs, and 13 runs batted in. Great pitch right there. Great location. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
Boy, good slider. After a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and if you wonder if Longoria is strong enough if he hits the ball on the ground to be able to beat out a would-be double play ball, or will be able to catch up to a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
Longoria's had great career numbers here at the Big A. 0-2, little bouncer off the end of the bat. Only play's going to be to first. You can't even get that. Off the end of the bat, with Rodney falling off to the first base side of the mound. Once it got past him, It was going to be an extremely difficult play for Asturis. An infield single for Longoria.
When Brignac's going to be asked to bunt here.
Brignac 1 for 3 with that home run in the third inning. A couple of fly ball outs since then. Callaspo playing in at third. Here comes Trumbo at first. Brignac bunts one off the plate foul. No balls and a strike. Brignac with just one sacrifice bunt this season. 12 on the year for the Rays. Takes the fastball high. Jason's going to throw down to third, and Callaspo drops the baseball. With Callaspo charging at third base, Jason decided to take a chance. But Alberto Callaspo can't handle the baseball.
He's able to see him and hear that he's going, but try to apply the tag before he looked the baseball into his glove at that particular point.
Longoria stays at first. Squeeze play is on. Trumbull will tag out Brignac, and the Rays are back on top. Leadoff walk by Fernando Rodney comes back to haunt.
It's almost a safety squeeze. What I mean by that is that you'd be able to advance if it's a good bunt. You could try to score on that. He wasn't going straight on in on that play, Jay. So with Brignac at the plate, did a nice job as far as getting the bunt down and end up getting an RBI out of that.
Fernando missing upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Longoria over at second base. Johnny Damon tonight 0 for 3. Did draw a walk and scored a run in the 8th inning. One pitch upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. Kyle Farnsworth, the closer, who's pitched the first 2 games of this series. Loosening now for the Rays. The Angels in the bottom of the 10th. And Hunter, Callaspo, and Abreu do up 2, 3, and 4. Kendrick, if things were to continue on. The count remains at 2-2 as Sturridge has to go over and pick up that ricochet. Boy, disheartening here in the 10th inning. And obviously a pinch hitter in John Jaso, and has been scuffling this season for Fernando. Go ahead and issue a leadoff walk. Well, of course, that ball off the bat of Longoria.
Out of the bullpen, you just cannot walk the leadoff batter. Then all of a sudden you have situations whether it's going to be a bunt, a hit and run. You have to force him to put the ball in play, especially with the stuff that Fernando Rodney has.
And with an opportunity in that sacrifice situation to get Jaso at third base. Not a bad play or decision on the part of Jaso, even though Longoria was not going with him. But Castro catches the baseball. Jaso's out. David bouncing one to short. 2 outs. But then again, we go back this a number of times over the last week and say if this had happened, we wouldn't be talking about a deficit. Unfortunately, it's become too routine here of late for this ball club.
The little things unable to accomplish, whether it's getting a guy in third base with less than 2 outs or making a play in the field. A frustrating thing for Mike Scioscia. Tried to have the guys clear their head today. No batting practice. Had some opportunities so far and have an opportunity again here in the bottom of the 10th, but you got to try to keep the score at a 1-run deficit.
Well, Ben Zobrist steps to the plate here with 2 outs and Longoria over third. Zobrist has had a couple of hits tonight, a single and a triple. Picked up an RBI, his 35th. As the last batter that Jared Weaver faced in the 8th inning. No balls and a strike. Farnsworth coming on at the bottom of the 10th inning. The Rays up 4-3 right now. Yoshinori Takahashi begins to loosen for the Angels. Fernando Rodney thrown 22 pitches so far here in the 10th. 1 walk, 1 infield base hit. And a man at third. Another 1-2. Zobrist takes up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Farnsworth, in his previous 2 outings, Monday and Tuesday, scoring 1 inning. It was a 5-1 game on Monday. Non-save situation. Had a strikeout yesterday. A 1-2-3 ninth. Zobrist bounces one over to Trumbo. He'll take it himself. That'll end the inning with the Rays retake the lead. As we head to the bottom of the 10th inning, the Angels down 4-3. They'll have Hunter Castro coming up against Farnsworth. Of the 10th inning. Evan Longoria stays in the game. He's over at third base. John Jaso stays in the game. He's behind the plate. And here is Kyle Farnsworth.
Farnsworth still a very effective fastball, 92 to 97 range. Above average slider, changeup.
Pitching down his 27th game, a 2-0 record, a 1.23 ERA, a terrific season for Kyle Farnsworth. Taking over the closing duty for the Rays. And remember, early on in this season, there was no real clear-cut person that was going to be the closer, at least admittedly so by Joe Madden. Said, you know what, I'll take my chance. I got some guys out there that could probably close, but Farnsworth has taken a hold of it and has not looked back.
He's always had closer-type stuff. Ineffective at times, but he's been very good so far this year for the Rays.
Farnsworth was very good with Kansas City to start the year last year. Then got traded to Atlanta. Not as good. 0-2 mark at a 5.40 ERA in 23 games with the Braves. Facing Torrey Hunter. Takes a fastball down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Torrey fouling this one back. Evens the count at 1-1. Hunter 2 for 4 game. A double, a single, a run scored. Crucial at bat in the 5th inning with the bases loaded and 1 out, rolling into his 17th double play of the season. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. Mentioned the Angels playing in their 13th extra inning game at 4-8. Should they lose tonight, 9 extra inning losses would lead Major League Baseball. Bouncer to third. Longoria's got it on 2 hops. Off balance there, but Torrey's retired for the first out. So 1 out here in the 10th, and here comes Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo for 3 tonight with a walk and a run scored. He loaded the bases up at the 8th inning with that walk against James Shields. That was the last batter that Shields faced.
Should be a better matchup for Callaspo. More of a fastball type pitcher as Farnsworth. He's had a tough time with all speed today.
The other ABs or plate appearances for Callaspo have resulted in a couple of fly balls to center to strike out. Fouls this one off the left. No balls and a strike. One ball, 1 strike. They wanted to appeal, but did not go. Laz Diaz agrees. Two and one. The Angels have rolled into this one, having lost 4 consecutive games. It's a 3-1 pitch. And this is outside, and man is on board. Eric Ibar will pinch run at first base for Callaspo. Look for him to be going at some point. Eric, the team leader in stolen bases with 14, having been caught twice.
Farnsworth has allowed 1 stolen base against him so far this year.
John Jaso 5 for 37 and throwing out would-be base stealers this season. Bobby had that double, the big one with the bases loaded in the 8th. Quick throw over there. Eric is back safely.
Hard to see Bobby Bray get one shot at a fastball before you see Eric Ibar trying to steal a base.
Takes that pitch down and away, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Howie Kendrick on deck. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. This being the 3rd consecutive day for Farnsworth, but really no stressful innings either Monday or Tuesday's games. Low pitch counts.
Very low pitch counts. He's kept everything down in those first 2 games, but so far in this game, with pitches that have been up in the strike zone and hasn't thrown a ton of strikes. He pitches out of the zone of the 11 pitches he's thrown so far.
Quick throw over to first. Corey Hunter grounding out to start this inning. Payaspo working the walk, and Ibar now pinch running at first. Hammered out to center field. B.J. Upton going back, still going back, and at the wall will make the catch. Ibar tags from first, heading to second base, and he is in there safely. Bobby almost got it, but on a cool night, wrong place to hit it in this ballpark.
Oh, I'm just going to say that earlier in the game, that ball's gone. Cool at this particular point. Hit that ball extremely well. Got a 2-0 fastball, exactly what he wanted. Farnsworth, as you can see how he was reacting, thought he got it. Ibar, good base running right here. Stumbles just a bit, but got himself in the scoring position. The right thing to do.
So with 2 outs here in the 10th, the tying run at second base. Here's Howie Kendrick, who's had a 1-for-4 game, had a double in the second.
Boy, did he crush that ball, Bobby. Just missed it.
Howie takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Cut fastball is in for a strike. 1-1 now. Howie's had a couple of hits. He's coming off a DL. On Saturday, looking for that first RBI. He's coming off the DL. The 1-1. Fouled off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 outside, almost threw it away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He overthrew that cut fastball.
A conversation again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ibar at second base. The pitch. And the dirt. Full count. Trumbo's on deck.
He was trying to aim that pitch.
Yeah.
Well, when you try to do that on the mound, that's when you make a mistake. And a guy like Howie Kendrick will make you pay for that.
It's almost as if Kyle's just trying to fight through this game, and maybe it is a residual effect. The pitching for 3 consecutive days. A full count here. Here's the payoff. Down the right field line, but foul. Howie will get another crack at it. Eighteen pitches thrown by Farnsworth. 11 balls, 7 strikes. Another 3-2, and Howie strikes out. Swinging the Rays have swept the Angels, taking this one by the final of 4-3 in 10 innings.
Well, I think when you go back and reflect on this game in the second inning, second and third, no outs, did not score. Bases loaded in the 5th inning with 1 out, did not score. Those missed opportunities come back and haunt you through the course of a game, especially when you're struggling. A couple defensive lapses also cost a couple runs. And lo and behold, the Rays take advantage, sweep the Angels here in Kansas City, a place they've had a ton of problems as far as winning ball games.
Now Juan Cruz picks up the win in relief. Fernando Rodney takes the loss, and Kyle Farnsworth picks up the save. The Angels now 4-9 in extra innings this season. For Mark Kubica and our entire crew here at the Big A, I'm Victor Rojas. We thank you for watching Angels baseball. Stick around as Angels Live is next.